Okay, grade 5, can I have you open up your math journals up to a nice, crisp, clean page? Keep in mind that you should have a math journal. I would like you to write down the date, December 2nd. And I would also like you to put down grade 5, keep in mind if you can't find your math journal, the paper you use should have holes in it so that we can put it in your large duotang so we don't lose it. I have a question up on the board, so I want you to quietly just think about what you see, and I would also like it if you could just write that down in your book, okay? So just think about what you're seeing, think about what you're thinking while you're seeing it. What do you see? What numbers do you see, Josh? How do you see them? Yeah.
Oh, you have to draw that?
No. What numbers are you seeing, Tyler? What number do you see? And how do you see it? What knowledge are you constructing?
I don't get this. Why are some of that square not white? Does it still count?
No, what number do you see? What one's counted for you?
Like,
Yes, write down the numbers you see. Write down what you are seeing on the board, please. Caleb, where's your paper? What number do you see? And what number shape? I'm going to ask, so I'm going to invite a student up to the smartboard soon so they can show us how they see the number that they see. Soon. Yeah, just wait. We got to give other kids thinking time. Like to go up to the board and show the other classmates how they saw what they saw, like what kind of thinking happened for them to understand these numbers. Haley, would you like to come up first? Thank you, Haley. How did your thinking help you? Yeah. Anyone want to offer any ideas into what Haley's thinking? How does that help us? I really like this. What does that show us about the number 18? Evan? Oh, that's okay. Ty, you had your hand up as well. Would you like to offer something?
Well, because she knows that 3, 5 is 15, and then the plus 3 she just
So she knows two things here. She knows, first of all, that 15 is 3 away from 18. And she also knows that you have 3 5s here, and she can multiply that, right? Okay, thank you. Would anyone else like to come up to the smartboard and demonstrate how they thought this through? Courtney, would you like to give it a try? Thank you.
Okay, I understand what Haley was doing.
Yes, it's very clever, isn't it, Janae? Yeah, go right ahead. louder, please, Courtney.
What I did was I lost the two sixes, and then I did that in ball. So then I did, so then I just added the number 6 on, and I got.
Wow. How does that help us, guys? How does that help us think about 18? What Courtney has done. What do we see? What she's doing? Jake?
That 3 6s equal 18.
Yeah, that if I have 3 groups of 6 and 8 equals 18. What else, Evan?
She's grouping.
She's grouping, yeah. She knows that she has 12, and that 12 is one group of 6 away from 18. Okay? Pretty clever. What else do we have here, grade 5? Would anyone else like to come up? Okay, Evan, why don't you give it a try? You want to erase what Courtney has done?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Let's go.
What I did is I saw 2 in each of the squares. So I just counted 2. So I just counted by 2s.
No?
And that would be equal to 12.
Okay, yeah.
And then I just counted by, that would be 5 plus 1. So 12 plus 5 plus 1 equals 18.
She looked at the group of 2s again. You see 2 here, and then you see 2 here, and then you just count it up that way. Good, Jake, do you want to be the last one to go up for me?
Oh,
Okay, thanks. You grabbed your cursor by mistake. You want to just, yeah, try to get it, Jake. There you go.
Rob.
He didn't make a poster.
Tricky smart words. You'll get it someday, don't worry.
I want to what I did.
And can you speak nice and loud, Jake, so that everyone in the classroom can hear you?
What I saw is I saw 3 right here. Well, I think I know where I need that. And then I saw 5 right here. And so I just went, whoops. I went 3 times 5 equals 15. And then I just saw 3 right here. And then I added 3 and got 18.
So you're again seeing, I think it was Courtney that spoke a little bit like this. Oh, you got 15 and it's 3 away. Oh, so you're seeing 3 groups, you multiply, and you know that's 3 away. Well done. Grade 5, what I would like us to do now is you can just draw a line underneath that, okay? Just draw a line underneath that so that you know in your book that you're moving on to something else. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back to some of the information, some of the concepts we were talking about last week. In grade 5, those concepts were centered around using arrays.
No.
So remember grade 5, the last little while we've been talking about multiplying by double digits. And that we're using arrays to help us do that. And remember grade 5, arrays are just one way in which we've been multiplying by double digits. We've done a lot of others. For example, we've done adding and doubling, we've done halving, we've done comparable numbers, partial products is what we're looking at here. Okay, grade 5? So, the problem that I have for you is 12 times 14. I just have you write that in your math journals. Don't solve it, don't write anything down, just write down the number, okay? 12 times 14. And I want you to think about it. Think about that number, those two numbers. What's going on here?
Can I start doing that?
Hold on, I just want you to think right now, Trinity, okay? And we're going to give everyone a chance to think. 12 and 14. Because when I'm asking you to think about grade 5, what do I know about multiplying double digits that can help me solve for 12 times 14? What do I know particularly about these numbers? Grade 5. Do I know anything about it? What do I know, Ty?
That 12 and 14, you just make it 10 times 10 and 2 times 4.
Okay, so Ty's thinking about doing what? Can someone give me like a vocabulary word here? Or what's this called when I do this, grade 5? What's going on here? Casey?
We got the 2 away from the. You took away the 10's place values.
Okay, so I looked at the place values, yeah, particularly the tens. Ava,
Breaking it apart.
I was breaking it apart, most definitely. Jake,
Expanding it.
I'm kind of looking at expanding the numbers out, looking at their place values. I'm looking at their partial products, aren't I, grade 5? Right? So Ty has showed us that what I can do here is I can break them apart by looking at their place value. And we understand that this number right here is what? What number is that, grade 5? 10, exactly. So we have 10 times 2, which is just like saying 12. And we also have 10 times 4, which is just like saying 14. Okay? So that's one piece of knowledge that we have. Do we know anything else, grade 5, about how we could possibly solve this? Yes, Caleb?
Alright.
What do you mean by an array, buddy?
Like drawing your own array by like breaking it down like 10's.
Okay, so you're looking at continuing with this idea, but building it into the form of an array, right? Exactly. So we can make an array. Any other ideas, grade 5? Courtney?
They're both numbers.
Ah, okay, yeah, they're both even. Exactly. And as a grade 5 class, we know that even numbers tell us a few things about multiplication. What are you thinking, Annabelle? Okay, I can look at halving and doubling, yeah. Courtney? Yeah, they both have up to 10, right? They have a 10 place value, exactly. So we can think about place value. What else, grade 5? Anything else? Any other pieces of information that we have that might help us solve for 12 times 14? Alright, so some of the things that we've thought of so far are number 1, is that we thought about breaking them according to place value, looking at their partial products. Okay? We also thought about making arrays, and how that can help us understand how we are multiplying them. We understand that they are even numbers. We understand that we could half and double them. And we also know that we need to look at their place value. That understanding place value, Ava, can be a really helpful tool. So what I want us to do today, grade 5, is that you're going to take a look at the questions that I've given you down here. And I'm going to assign each question for a group. Okay, so can I just have some really good eye contact here with me? So I know I have everyone listening to my instructions. Mackenzie, I'm just waiting on you. Thank you. Alright, so this is how this is going to work, grade 5. I'm going to assign your group a question. Okay, so I may say my first group is Jake and Annabelle. Okay, and I'm going to say that they are going to have a certain number to do. So for example, I may say Jake and Annabelle, you're going to do this first number up here. Okay, and then what you're going to do